Dude,
What's up?
we're here.
We are.
We're in my house today.
Your house.
It's been it's quite the change of setup.
It is December.
December was
the last time.
the last time
we were here.
December. You know what else is December?
What?
Christmas.
Christmas.
You also know what is in December?
What?
It's usually the time where you wear sweaters.
That's true.
And you wear sweaters because why?
It's cold out.
It's cold.
Yeah. Which is like winter weather.
Winter weather.
Yeah.
And today
is spring. Still.
It's pretty close to summer.
Right.
We're in June now.
Right,
That's
but
summer in my mind.
It's still like 2 weeks
Yeah.
from actually being summer.
But still.
But it's like cold out.
Yeah, it's cold, it's raining. And
whether you believe it or not.
hey.
Yeah.
You know what we could also call it?
What?
A cold open. Welcome to the show.
Bourbon, belts, blockbusters. You are listening to the Triple B podcast. Let's fucking go.
Dude, we are back. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on the show.
Last week was the first time in a while that I had been around.
Yeah.
Things happening in life and stuff like that. So, now we're both here. Maybe, just maybe. Nope, can't do it next week. I'm busy next week. I gotta go work on Saturday.
All right.
Yeah.
You got drill?
No.
Oh.
No, we're there's like a air show out in Prosser. We're flying a Chinook out there and
gotcha.
sitting at the air show for a couple hours. So.
Fair enough.
So I'm not going to make it on Saturday next week either. So.
All right. Well, I don't remember the first weekend why I couldn't do it. I had something going on. I don't remember why, but I was out. And then, no, because Memorial Day weekend was not just the week. Was it last weekend?
That was.
No, Memorial Day weekend was the weekend before.
Yeah.
Which was the second weekend I wasn't on it.
Yeah.
I haven't been on. I haven't been on. I haven't been on since the morning of Cheyenne's wedding.
That's why. That's what it was. So that's
why you weren't on.
That's why I wasn't there.
I was there for the morning of Cheyenne's wedding,
and then the weekend after that was Memorial Day.
Has it only been 2 episodes then?
Maybe.
Yeah. It's only been 2 episodes. 3 actual episodes have been put out. So I guess I have missed 3 because of the PLE.
Yeah.
I was counting the PLE. So, because I was like, Justin's been on twice and you were on once. So, yeah.
Yep.
So, this is the first time for the regular episode I've been on in 3 weeks.
Yep.
Jeez Louise. Yep. Had stuff going on. I was going to be going out of town. Tim ended up having to work Memorial Day weekend. So, just timing didn't work out. And then,
goes.
Last weekend, I ended up in the ER on Saturday. So, that's what that was, and now I'm here. Timmy's out of town this weekend, so you're here.
I told you he was going to be alive.
Yes, I am alive. I'm here.
They were worried. I said it. I'm not the only one saying it. Sports Illustrated is saying it also.
Bleacher Report.
He's here.
The whole 9.
All right.
We're here. We got a cocktail, and
we do.
I think it's a first on the show that we're having the guest be the one that came up with the cocktail.
Yeah.
I don't think Justin's made one before, and you're the only two.
Knowing Justin, probably not. Love you, buddy.
But yeah, Nathan, what do you got for us?
This week we got the Bourbon Gold Rush. The ingredients, it's 2 ounces of bourbon, 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, and 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup, which is just simple syrup, same ratio, just with honey instead of sugar. You put it all into a cocktail shaker filled with ice, and you give it the old shaky, and you strain it into rocks glass and garnish it with a lemon. We didn't.
Oh, I forgot about
the garnish. That's fine.
Lemon garnish.
I just usually toss it.
My bad.
So, I didn't do a deep dive, but obviously one of the other names for honey is liquid gold. So it makes sense. Gold Rush. It's got honey in it. I didn't do a deep dive about where it came from or anything like that, but. Let's.
I just had to give it the old finger blast.
Yeah, no, I saw
stir
that.
it back up. It separated a
Separate
little bit.
Mine kind of is too, down in the ice more.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I like to drink honey raw.
Yeah, so we're good with it.
Yeah. let's give it the old try.
Yeah.
Clinky.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Hot damn.
That, my friends, is refreshing.
That is delightful. I
It
like
is.
that a lot.
It's whiskey sour, a little bit of that honey flavor. Almost hits you like that Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey, but better tasting.
Yes.
It's a bourbon, not Jack Daniel's.
It's not Jack Daniels. It's the key.
But yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's like you nailed it on the head. It's a whiskey sour with honey, and I love a whiskey sour. It's like it used to be one of my go-to drinks at the bar because it's just simple. And this is simple ingredients, simple to make. Even homemaking the honey syrup, it's super easy to do.
It only takes a few minutes.
Yeah, you just you literally boil it together, simmer it for a little bit, like a couple minutes, stirring it, and then let it cool, and you're good to go. That's fantastic. That's great. I think I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna go like a 9. I'm giving it a 9. 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's right up there for me. Mm-hmm. You know, I love me a nice, refreshing summer drink. I think I was on.
Well, and you also love mead,
right? And that's the
honey
thing. Like,
wine.
I'm a big mead guy, which is honey wine, and so it kind of combines whiskey, which is another thing that I enjoy.
Yeah,
and
mead,
my mead, and so I think I'm going to join you up there with a 9.
Yeah, it's not quite a mint julep for me, or not quite a lion's mane or an old fashioned. Those are like kind of the 3 staples for me right now with my cocktails, but it's fucking right there.
Yeah, I think one of the first episodes that I was on was right in that summertime frame where you guys made a mint julep. It was right after you guys started doing the cocktails instead of just whiskey.
The whiskeys, yeah.
And I think mint julep was one of the first ones.
Mint julep was early on in the cocktail adventure.
Mint julep is like, I could drink a mint julep all day, every day,
all day
on a nice hot day, which it is not today.
No, but
this is right up there with it. So
we don't let it get us down.
No, we do not. We're from Washington. Dude.
Yes, this is summer weather. Well, that's going to bring us on over to bells. Nice. Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Nathan,
Ryan,
you had the pleasure of watching Raw this
I don't know
week.
if I would call it a pleasure.
So, my brother,
yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
What is there to talk about?
It wasn't a super. There wasn't a whole lot packed. There wasn't a jam-packed show. We'll put it that way.
Show kicks off with the OTC. Even in Italy, where they really haven't been watching wrestling for a very long time, probably 20 years. I think there just wasn't the energy for Roman Reigns in the building.
Well, you know what OTC stands for? Yeah. Only tiny cock.
Yeah, only tiny cock.
It's the only tiny cock in the bloodline.
And so you could feel like people are kind of getting tired of it. And now don't even get me started on this whole fucking bloodline thing. And then Jacob Fatu, anyway, it's acknowledgement night. Jacob Fatu comes out. Jacob Fatu bends the knee. I love you, Roman. I acknowledge you, all that BS. Oh, great, we got the bloodline back. Yeah.
It's a known fact on this show how I feel about Roman Reigns and him getting shoved down our throats. I will be the first to admit I do think that the original bloodline storyline that ran for 4 years essentially is some of the greatest storytelling in the history of professional wrestling.
Absolutely. But guess what?
We don't need a sequel. We don't need to run it back.
They've jumped the shark with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, man.
And the bloodline. This is now in the last 2 years the second time we've ran back the bloodline.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I don't like it. Anyway, and I got something kind of long to talk about.
Okay.
But I'm gonna run through a couple other shorter points first,
okay,
and then we'll talk about the long point, and all that kind of leads into what I'm going to talk about. So the next best thing that was on the show was the King of the Ring tournament, the first Fatal 4-Way qualifier match, right? You had Obafemi, Solo Sikoa, Penta, and
Carmelo Hayes.
No.
Yeah.
Was it Mello?
Yeah, it was Mello. In the Fatal 4-Way? Yeah, it was Mello. He's the first one that Oba hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Penta,
that's
Mello,
right. That's
Solo.
right. I was confusing that match with the tag team match. I was about to say Ethan Page. Mello. Right. Obafemi wins. It wasn't that great of a match for me.
Yeah.
Like there were a couple points where it was like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah, there were definitely a couple cool moments. I did like and I mean, part of it, I feel like you just kind of expect. I do think that having your Intercontinental Champion in essentially what amounted to be a 3-on-1 squash match, and Carmelo Hayes solo in that makes sense to me because they're not doing shit with his character anyways, and what they are doing with it is not great. So it's like, yeah, that makes sense to me. But having Mello, who's inarguably one of the hottest superstars in the company right now, and then Penta, who is really garnered a following.
He's the Intercontinental champ.
He's the IC.
Why is the Intercontinental Champion in a tournament to get a shot at the main title?
Yeah.
You know he's not going to win.
Yeah.
They have so much talent on the roster, and they're doing dog shit with it.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Everything is going to tie into what I'm going to talk about when I'm done.
I do think to play a little devil's advocate and give a little bit of flowers to that match, I did like, while I disagreed necessarily with some of the talent in the match, I did like that Oba did his entrance, got up on the ring apron, demolished all three guys, and then finished his entrance. Was fucking great.
That was awesome.
I did like that, and I love everything about Oba.
Obafemi's amazing.
He's phenomenal. And for it to be, of all three dudes, Solo, at least they got the finish right. It was Solo that took the loss. And which I think is even better for Oba in the sense of just like Solo's the bigger dude. So to have Solo be the one that takes the fucking fall from grace, it's such a destructive fucking move.
It is.
It is a devastating finisher. It's a fucking last ride meets the Batista bomb, and I love it. And so for it to be Solo be the one that took it, because you easily could have been like, hey, Mello, you're going to make this look really fucking good. Take this, but they had Solo, and he ate it great, and so I did like that, but I totally understand the flip side of it, and where it's like, what the fuck are we doing with Mello and Penta being in the fucking match?
And it, upon seeing the other matchups for the rest of this round of both sides, men's and women's, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's basically the same thing in all the other matches. You got a really big guy and then a bunch of little people. That's pretty much what it is. But anyway, so
I guess outside of the one from SmackDown.
Yeah.
There's no big dudes. But one really aggressive fucker.
Yeah.
And we'll get to it.
Then the next, I guess, brightest point that came from the show would be the women's, the Queen of the Ring first match, which Io Sky, Roxy, Lash Legend, and Julia.
Yeah.
And Io Sky ended up taking that one.
Yep.
She's pretty cool. I am a fan of Io Sky.
Yep.
I think she's great. But same thing. It started out exactly the same. All three other competitors team up on the big person.
Yeah.
And there's kind of a trend going there, which is the thing with WWE. Then, I'm going to go straight into my banger, and then I'm going to talk about my last point after the banger because that's going to take a little bit. So I'm going to go with my banger of the night. Banger of the night, obviously for obvious reasons because the rest of the show is dog shit, is Rollins and Braun Breaker. That there were a couple points in the match where it was like, okay, they kind of almost flubbed something. But it didn't matter. Those two guys have great in-ring chemistry.
They do have great in-ring chemistry. Braun's been off.
He has.
I feel like.
I think that injury.
His in-ring stuff, there have definitely been misses.
Yeah.
And there were a few more last night on SmackDown there were multiple last night on SmackDown in that Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
That were him. It was just like.
So I think what's going on is that's not the first time he's been injured since he came to the main roster.
Yeah, no.
I think he's trying to slow himself down and protect himself a little bit more than he usually does.
Maybe, yeah.
And that might be, we might be
Throwing him
seeing
off a
him
little.
trying to change his
Style
timing and
slightly
style a
in
little
the
bit.
ring, yeah.
And that might be throwing him and other people off, which, you know, sometimes you got to do that. And I imagine he's a good enough athlete that he'll might take a couple weeks, but he'll get it back in line.
Yeah.
But that match was a great match. Austin Theory comes out and tries to interfere, and then Tez comes out and takes Theory out.
That was so fucking awesome that Tez literally just comes from like the
over
announcer side, slides in the ring straight in the corner, and I was like, "Fuck yes!"
Yep.
And that move is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That he just
Just
jumps
up and over
over
the ring post.
over the top rope,
And it's not
over
like-
the ring post
it's not
to
like
the corner.
It's not like he's like barely like he is like 3 feet above
Yeah,
that
I
ring post.
know.
Dude,
He's
dude,
fucking
it's
fully
crazy.
clearing it.
He's crazy.
Like the jump is insane.
Yeah,
so that was great.
Well, it ends with
And then he ate a fucking spear on the outside
did.
too,
He
which
did.
was
He ate a spear.
I was like, oh
Let's see.
damn, that was a good one.
he ate a spear. Rollins ate a spear. Paul Heyman ate a spear.
Kind of ate a spear. That was. Heyman took the power bomb a
Heyman,
lot better. We'll
you
put
gotta-
it that way.
Paul, you got to quit taking bumps, man. You're too old. Anyway, although they did, if you notice, they did have that portion of the wall padded a little bit more than usual. If you're paying
And I think it was already separated from the other
It definitely
piece.
was. It definitely was. Anyway, Braun comes in to end the match, and Rollins has gotten the tag title
belt,
and puts
yeah.
it at his stomach, and Braun spears the tag title.
I thought that was creative.
I did too.
I thought that was
I did
creative.
too.
I can't recall seeing that.
No.
Justin could probably give you a fucking date down to the second.
Yeah.
The
Well, the
where
closest,
it's happened before.
the
but I
closest
don't
thing that
recall
I
it.
can think of is like when someone goes for a power bomb, the other one's got the title and smacks him in the head at the top of the power bomb. That's the closest I can think
I
of.
specifically mean a spear
spear
though,
to
where
the
somebody
title,
is
yeah.
using the title as
Yeah.
a protection.
Yeah.
I don't ever recall seeing that. So I thought that was really creative and
then-
a cool way. And Braun Breaker sold that really
he
well
did.
too.
He
It was great.
limp out.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was awesome.
And then he takes
The stomp.
the stomp, and
Yeah.
then Rollins pins him for the win.
Yeah.
So, that was the banger. That was the best thing all night.
The one thing I will say from that, it has to be the end of the Vision.
Yeah, it has
Because it has to be because you've been building everything Rollins has been saying this entire time has been I have to cut the snake off at the head.
Yeah.
And that's Braun. And he got Braun and he beat Braun. So we need to be done with it.
Or is the snake the head of the snake Paul Heyman? Oh, but Paul Heyman just died.
He just
too.
died.
So-
and like you can, if you want to keep building Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman and keep having that, like, because Heyman he's Paul fucking Heyman.
Yeah.
Right. That's what he does. He builds people. If you want to keep that, that's fine. Get Logan, get the Vision, get the faction gone.
Yeah, well, and
Get rid of
it doesn't even make sense to call them the Vision, because the Vision was because
Of Seth
Rollins, the visionary.
Yeah. So like it
Yeah.
needs to be like that needs to be over. Squash that. Let them all move on to different things now.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
that has to be that. Unfortunately,
It won't be.
I know that we're going to come back next Monday and Seth's going to
yeah.
get jumped.
Yep. And which leads me into my next talking point. So it's been a struggle the last few months getting caught up and staying caught up. Mm-hmm. And for the longest time, I was like, man, why can't I just stay caught up? And I figured it out. It's one word: boredom.
Yeah.
I'm bored with the show. They're rerunning all the story, and Monday night was the perfect example of why I'm bored. Creative has no idea what to do. Monday Night Raw is 3 hours long.
It's not. It's like just over 2 most of the time.
The broadcast this last Monday was 2 hours 58 minutes. Yeah, and the last hour, right?
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
just what I'm
okay.
saying.
I was
though.
gonna say,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying though.
Yeah. That was the one-time thing though, but yeah.
But still, you got 3 hours on Netflix. The last hour, they're showing a match of AAA. Okay.
To be fair, they reran that match because it is one of the best matches ever in wrestling.
So 2 hours of show. The first 20 minutes to 25 minutes was the intro and the recap of Clash.
Yeah.
The last half hour is the main event.
Yeah.
And middle hour is absolutely forgettable. Absolutely forgettable. It was 3 matches.
Both King of the Ring matches, tag match.
And that was it.
Yeah.
3 matches. And then people complaining to Adam Pearce.
And you had Sol Ruka's speech in the middle.
But it wasn't
the acknowledgement portion in the beginning.
It wasn't anything that sticks out. It's like if I'm going to spend even 2 hours watching it, entertain me.
And I will say,
especially for the episode right after
Clash,
a PLE.
Yeah.
The episode right after a PLE, I should be excited. Sol Ruka should be coming out, and then someone should be coming out and challenging Sol Ruka for her Intercontinental title.
Yeah. I was shocked that that just went the way that did. I was like,
nobody.
Nothing?
And then the next thing we got about Sol Ruka was Lyra Valkyria
in the back
congratulating her.
Yeah, and planting a seed for a potential match in the future,
which we all want to see that.
She can now challenge for it. But the one thing I will say, since Raw went to Netflix, it has consistently been between 2 to 2.5 hours.
Right.
It has never gone to the full 3. So the actual show itself, I think, was like 2:05, and then they showed the special. The special.
No, it was 1:57.
Okay, yeah. So it was right about 2 hours. Yeah, and then it was, and then they showed the hour long AAA match, the Mask vs. Mask match, which I still think is so fucking funny.
But here's my issue. You've got 6 championships on the show over 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not spending 20 minutes a piece per championship, what are you doing? Or even cutting it down to 15 minutes gives you time for some low card stuff. Build up some low card.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be every show. It doesn't every have to be title every show, is featured.
Title. You could do 3
because you do have the King, Queen of the Ring type things that you're doing as well. But totally, you need to be fucking focusing on your shit. But that's the fucking on SmackDown. That's the fucking women's US title is a fucking joke. It's pointless. Yeah. It's like right now you have Tiffany Stratton has it, and she's been turned into a joke since she lost to fucking Jade.
Yeah.
Because you had fucking Jade Cargill beat her for the world title, and then she disappeared for a few months, and then she came back.
And now you've got her. Well, we can talk about it when you get to SmackDown, but now you've got her, in this sort of weird fucking friendship feud, akin to Bliss and Flair with Chelsea Green.
And if they play,
now it's even more of a joke because they took Chelsea Green, turned Chelsea Green into a joke.
Chelsea Green's character, to be fair, has always kind of been a joke, but in the best way possible. That's why, like, Chelsea's one of the best fucking characters that the female division has.
Yeah.
And they just don't fucking do anything actually adequate with her. She legitimately is like the R-Truth-esque type character of the female division, which is great, and she's fantastic at it. And the thing is with her is she's game. Like, she's like, I'll fucking do anything because I'm getting a paycheck. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, that's Truth's whole motto.
Yeah, and so but at the same time, it's like, as fans, they could actually do something really fucking cool with Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea, but you have fucking Tiffany Stratton's now the U.S. Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Or the Women's U.S. Champion.
And that's going into it, like,
you have these fucking
men's Intercontinental Champion should not be in any situation involving the main championship. He's a mid-card champion.
Yeah.
Give him his own storyline.
Yeah.
Write him his own storyline with a contender. He should be in if you're going to do that, go back to the open champion, go back to the open title shot stuff. Right? Give him a contender. Tag championships. Yeah. Why are the tag champions in a feud with a singles wrestler now? I get it. Okay, the faction, the storyline. Okay, kill it. If they're holding the tag championships, they need to be wrestling tag teams. It needs to be. For too long, we've seen every week you'll have your singles champions in tag matches, and you'll have your tag champions in singles matches.
Which tag champions are in a feud with a singles?
Fucking Breaker and Austin Theory.
Oh.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
I was like,
that's what I'm saying. You forgot that they were the tag champions.
No, I was thinking Austin and Logan Paul and the Street Profits. That's why I was like, wait, what? But yeah, it's
ridiculous. Creative doesn't seem to know what they're doing, and even on SmackDown's a much better show, but even on SmackDown, it doesn't seem
and
like
that
they
is
can fill, and that's supposed to be a 3-hour show, right?
It is a 3-hour show, and it shouldn't fucking be. And luckily, sometime either later this month or next month, it's going back to 2. Thank God, because I don't know what the fuck they're doing with 3 hours. But the fact, just this week, SmackDown was the better show, and it wasn't a ton better.
Yeah.
And it's just this week. Typically, Raw is the better show. This was like a one-off week. SmackDown has been fucking dog shit for months, to the point where it's like, I have to fucking talk about SmackDown this week. I don't know what to talk about, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kind of how you felt with Raw. Yeah.
It was like, okay, like I just wasted 2 hours of my life. Honestly, that's how I felt. And so that, but then to wrap all that up, like I feel like that's the reason why it's been a struggle for me to catch up and stay caught up, because it's just fucking boring. Yeah. And I find myself not actually watching the show.
I find myself more often than not, and especially with SmackDown, but it's because I usually do watch it like the next morning or something. I fast forward through a lot of shit. I'm just sitting there just fast forwarding because I'm just like, I don't fucking care about what's going on with Kiana James and Julia.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't fucking care, as nobody does. Yeah. And like you guys just fired a bunch of people, but yet these two are still on the fucking show, somehow taking up screen time. Yeah. Doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah, well, does that bring me to SmackDown?
The Raw was dog shit this week. This brings us to SmackDown. Ryan, what do you want to talk about?
Well, speaking of what I was just saying, Julia and Kiana James.
Oh my God, they're breaking up.
It was needed, though.
Yes,
it was needed. Hopefully they can figure something out, because the fact is, Julia was, and I didn't watch a lot of NXT, and I don't, but Tim was like, dude, Julia's phenomenal.
I haven't seen it.
And it's like, okay, I love that, but we have not. We haven't seen that on the show. And Tim would agree. Tim would 100% agree with that. Yeah. They have not done anything creatively even remotely okay with Julia.
I think she needs to go into a feud with Io. She needs to go into a feud with Asuka to showcase what she can do.
Yeah,
I really think that's what needs to happen.
And that's why I think the splitting is good. Like, let Julia actually do a singles run without having this side piece, Kiana James. Yeah. And the thing
which was unnecessary from the beginning.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, outside of Julia winning the U.S. Championship and literally doing nothing with it 2 times, they've pushed Kiana James more in everything. Yeah. She was in the fucking Elimination Chamber. Like, she won that match to get into the Elimination Chamber, and then she showed out in the Elimination... She eliminated Alexa Bliss in the Elimination Chamber. I was like, what the fuck, man? You have her in the fucking... I guess they were both in King of the Ring matches, or Queen of the Ring matches, but still, it's... Kiana James has shown, like, she is actually pretty damn good in the ring. She can wrestle. Julia can wrestle too. She just hasn't had like the legit opportunity to prove it, because like one of the primary feuds she was in with the U.S. Championship was fucking she's gone now. Fucking Karrion Kross. Oh, fucking what was her goddamn name? It was fuck. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And she was not good in the ring.
It's like Scarlett or...
Oh no, not Scarlett. That's not who I'm talking about. Oh, who the fuck am I talking about?
Oh, Vega.
Yeah, Selena Vega. I think she's gone too.
Yeah. You were talking about Aleister Black.
Aleister Black. Yeah. Oh, maybe she's not gone because Aleister Black's gone now too. They're both gone too. Sorry. See, here, that goes back to your point. They did the exact same fucking storyline with Aleister Black and Selena Vega that they did with Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
Yeah, the exact same thing.
That's the exact same. With the same person. They did it with Sammy. Yeah. It was the exact same storyline with the exact same person. It was like they were just like, no one will notice. Yeah. They're never going to know. Yeah. It was like, we all fucking know. Anyways, that's why I got confused there.
And maybe we wouldn't have noticed if it was 10 years down the road, but it was immediately after releasing Karrion Kross.
It was within a month. So I think it's just like them splitting is good, and hopefully something good can come from this, and we can keep propping up the singles division in the women, or singles card of the women's division. because them together was just not, it wasn't useful.
No, it didn't make sense.
The next thing I have is, I don't like what is going on, and it goes, again, kind of alludes to what you're talking about, where we have constant theme of a feud ends at a PLE. Sorry, I went back fucking 15 years. And then immediately the next time they're on screen, it gets shoved back down our throat, which is what I was just saying with the Vision. Like, this should be the end of it, but we know
it's not.
Based off what's been going on, that's not going to happen, right? You get Obafemi and Brock. Brock should have stayed fucking retired.
He should have. Now I do understand, and me and Tim talked about this last week. I do understand why he didn't stay retired, because that match at WrestleMania, they didn't give us enough. That was a short match. It didn't have, like, it should have been much longer.
Yeah, but it was,
Brock shouldn't have fucking won.
But it was poetic. It was perfect. It was poetic.
Yeah.
It was literally the perfect end to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
You aren't what you used to be, and Obafemi is that now.
Yeah.
And he just destroyed you. You're done. Hang it up. We're all good with that. It was emotional. It was solid. It was good.
It looked honest.
And then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, whatever the fuck it was, Brock comes back and attacks Oba from behind, and then we got what we got at Clash, and now we are where we are now. And so like there's that. Then you get fucking Rhea Ripley beating Jade Cargill at Clash, and then immediately on SmackDown, Charlotte comes out, then Tiffany Stratton comes out, and then you get fucking Jade Cargill and her useless cronies coming out, and Meechin and fucking B-Fab, B-Fab it should go to, I don't even fucking know where B-Fab should go. She should not be on TV.
Yeah, they should have fired her.
Meechin's actually good in the ring. I will give her
Most
that.
of the time.
She's actually pretty fucking solid if she's working with somebody that's also solid.
Yeah.
And then you have Jade Cargill come back out, and it's just like, oh my fucking God, dude, let's be done with this shit.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill should go back to AEW and continue to ruin their profession, their industry, or their fucking
show,
yeah. Because she's not doing anything good here. Then we get fucking Cody beating Gunther, and then Gunther and Cody, that's the same thing. Like, what's the point of fucking PLEs anymore? PLEs are supposed to be the finishing point of fucking feuds,
and that's the thing.
The ability to move on and start new shit.
There were few times when the feud would last past the next PLE.
Well, and part of the issue is the fact that back in the day there wasn't a PLE every fucking 20 days.
Right. I mean, we had about one every month.
I know. But this is like we have fucking we have a PLE, and then 2 weeks later we have Saturday Night's Main Event, and then 10 days later we have a fucking PLE, and then 14 more days later we have another PLE or some fucking bullshit. Yeah. We're oversaturated with content.
We are.
It's way too much.
Absolutely.
It's the equivalent nowadays of fucking superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
Right? Except this is a lot harder to come back from. So, yeah, I'm just like, I just don't understand. Like,
with the superhero fatigue, you could just wait a little bit and then watch the movies catch up, and you're good to go. And you're caught up.
Yeah.
With this you can't just catch up because you just every week you fall
constant.
further and further behind.
It's constant. And then you have Sammy randomly kind of strewn into this, which like could be interesting if you would have just had it be Gunther lost on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, and then just had Sammy confront Cody. And then you can move into Sammy versus Cody into a feud.
Right.
Whether you're going to have Sammy win or lose, that's a fresh feud. We haven't seen Cody and Sammy in a feud against each other since Cody's been back.
Here's what I think their struggle is.
Fuck.
Gunther is like the villain. Probably the best villain. Not probably the best villain that we have in the business right now is Gunther. Gunther's not a mid-card guy.
No.
So you got to have him in the main event picture.
But that's one of the things me and Tim have talked about is there is no fucking actual mid-card.
No, there isn't.
You've
got low card, which is where they have their mid-card talent, and then you've got the main event.
Yeah. But I mean, like, what the mid card should be is the IC and the fucking US titles.
Yeah.
Right? That should be what the mid card is. That's what they've done on Raw with the women's. The IC, Becky has done everything to build the women's mid card on Raw, and it was working. It was good. She has propped up a lot of fucking talent through that. They're not doing that on the men's side at all. It's you have they're putting main event talent, main card talent into the mid-card titles and then still pushing them in fucking main event matches.
Yeah.
Right? Like you said, you have fucking Penta as our IC champion in a fucking King of the Ring match. Which I will say, like, King of the Ring isn't exactly, I guess, the same as just being like you're going for a title, but the outcome is you get a title shot at SummerSlam, right? So
we all know that the IC champion's not going to win it. So why is he there?
Exactly.
We all know he's not going to win it.
And fucking Triple H isn't creative enough to swerve us with that either.
No, not at all. Maybe back in the day,
maybe
Attitude Era, there was a shot that the IC champion could,
but yeah, so
I think that they need to run it back to the 90s, right? Where you might have, I'll just throw out a couple names. Let's just say The Rock and D'Lo Brown, right? Maybe they're booked for a match on Monday Night Raw. It's not a feud. It's just a match.
Yeah.
But you're going to have The Rock come out, cut a promo, tell D'Lo what he's going to do to him, and then a little bit later, Mean Gene's interviewing D'Lo Brown. And D'Lo Brown cuts a promo, and then they go out there, they wrestle, and that's it. That's the end. Yeah. That's what you do with those main card guys when they're not in the title picture. They need to be having matches. The number one contender needs to be the guy who's been winning his matches every week. Yeah. But they need to have matches with other people.
It's not every talent needs to be in a storyline to be on TV. Yeah. That's not necessary because, like, to your point, at some point it becomes difficult to keep track of what the fuck, like, who's in what storyline, especially when you're having all these different things intermingle too and cross wires. Like, have one of those just one-off things. Have fucking LA Knight randomly face Matt Cardona for no reason.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Right?
That'd be perfect.
For no reason.
Because there is no number one contender anymore.
Yeah, not truly.
There's whoever wants to feud with the champion. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. The number one contender used to be the guy, like, they're pushing him, so he's winning his matches every week. Mm-hmm. And then he comes out and he's like, I beat this person, I beat this person, I beat this person. I haven't lost in 8 weeks. Give me my shot. Yeah. Yeah. It's not, Gunther loses the IC title and then immediately goes after Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight. Yeah. It's not that. Yeah. That's not what it is. It's not what it's supposed to be.
And that actually brings me perfectly into my next talking point. A dude that I think has done absolutely no wrong and deserves that main event world title push. That's motherfucking Danhausen.
Danhausen. I am a Fanhausen.
Every single fucking time that dude is on TV, it's gold. Everything he does, he's being given very little time every week, and every single fucking thing lands, and he does it so well. His delivery on everything is perfect. He's phenomenal.
So lucky. So lucky.
Why?
When he cursed Stephen A. Smith and the New York Knicks.
I know.
And then the New York Knicks started losing, and then he uncursed them, and they went 7 straight. I know. It like almost legitimized Danhausen and his curse.
I know. It's
it made it go further than just fucking with the Miz backstage, right? It made it legitimate.
Roots deeper of the lore of everything.
And that he got so lucky that happened, man. He's comedy.
He is, man. He's fucking fantastic. He's perfect. And it's just
he doesn't ever have to wrestle a match.
No, he's only
doesn't.
wrestled once since he's been on the fucking
He doesn't
company.
ever have to wrestle.
It's
And
great.
he's a great character. People love him. I love him. Yeah.
The last thing I have is my banger, and while there are issues with it, I have it as the banger for a reason, and it's the main event. It's the King of the Ring Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah.
You had Dom. You have Jesus Christ,
Trick Willie.
Thank you, Trick Willie. You have Damian Priest and Braun Breaker.
Yep.
And I think Wade Barrett is the one that said it, and it kind of further pushes our point of every single person in the match is a champion. All four of them. And he's like, when have we ever had a fatal 4-way where every competitor is a champion? You know? So you have the World Tag, the WWE Tag in Breaker and Priest.
Yep.
And then you have the US and Trick, and then you have the AAA Mega Champion in Dirty Dom.
Yep.
Right? So you have four champions. So it was like, that's one thing where it's just like, come on, why are we putting all these champions into this fucking match? But in this case, somebody has to win. So you know one of them's going on. And I was like, is there any fucking chance? Because I was reading a lot of stuff that like there apparently has been a lot of like behind the scenes inner frustration within the company, that there has just been like an absolute lack of direction for Dom and Liv since WrestleMania. And there's been nothing. They've done practically nothing. They're just like continue fucking string pulling the Judgment Day, and which is another fucking faction that needs to just be done. But there hasn't really been anything. And so I was thinking, and I was like, I could actually see Dom winning this. And I was like, is there any fucking way that Dom could win King of the Ring? Because that would... I know, that brings me to my point.
If he was on the other side of the bracket, maybe.
I know, and I'm like, he won, and I was like, fuck yeah, he won, and he won. They did that actually really fucking well too.
Yeah, they did.
I thought they did that, like they set it up perfect to where Braun and Trick they take each other out with the fucking the leap across through and the announce table broke. That was one of the most aggressive announce table breakings we've seen in a while because of the new kind of more reinforced tables. Yeah. And that wasn't even that was just like what usually they just go over it and it doesn't even break on that move. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, the move that it was not one where you're expecting the table to break, and then all of a sudden the table like fucking exploded. And I was like, oh shit. And like Trick Williams ended up like fucking up. I thought his head was getting crushed by part of it because he ended up like upside down when it was imploding. I was like, oh God. So they're out. And then you have Dom start to kind of work back, and then you're like, fuck, Priest. Here it is. And then you have JD come in, and I was like, I don't know why I forgot about JD. Yeah. But that like caught me off guard. Like I was like, oh fuck, that's right. Dom has backup. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And then JD quickly gets fucking dispensed of.
Like usual. I mean, that's the usual.
Yeah, that's the usual. And I was like, fuck. Okay, well, here it is. And then he gets Dom up, and Liv fucking slides in and hits the low blow straight into the fucking 619, straight into the frog splash for the pin. And I was like, holy shit, Dom just fucking won. I was like, hell yeah,
and
that's
then they
awesome.
Showed the bracket.
And then, which was the reason why I put this as the fucking thing, because I was like, I think there are a lot of people that are hyped for Dom, right? Because everybody fucking loves Dom. That's the thing. He is one of the most organically over fucking people. Him and LA Knight, maybe, and Oba, honestly, are like some of the most organically over characters. And then they put the bracket, and it was like, fuck, yeah. Dom's facing Oba Femi next week. And then he goes, count your blessings, Oba. He says that. Does that? It's just like, oh my God.
And that's I don't think that the Judgment Day tactics are going to work against Obafemi.
But they will. What did Obafemi do as soon as he won?
Challenge Brock Lesnar.
He talked more shit to Brock.
Shit about Brock.
Is there any fucking possibility that, which I don't like, but it would at least be fitting and it would make sense in what they're trying to push to go to this fucking rubber match?
Yep.
Could it possibly be Brock interferes and fucking costs Oba?
It could
and
be.
Dom does get the fucking win and goes to the fucking the finals of King of the Ring, and Dom could actually still fucking win this.
He could. He could. And
fucking
you're right.
totally could.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. That's
So
a good
I'm
point.
like,
Oh, that's
he
good.
actually could still fucking win this. I wouldn't like it because what should have happened in the first place was Oba just fucking Brock retired at WrestleMania, and we just left that as it was. At the minimum, though, it should have been Brock comes back out and then still loses at Clash. And then Oba moves on to the King of the Ring and then just fucking destroys King of the Ring, wins King of the Ring, and he challenges Roman Reigns and he beats Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. That would have just been like, woo, superstardom.
Yeah.
Good to go. That's what it should have been.
Yes.
They're not going to fucking
No, they
do
won't
that,
because
though,
that is what it should be.
You have little rockabye baby Roman Reigns as your fucking will. Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been. But if it fucking ends up Dirty Dom can win King of the Ring, and do you understand the pop at SummerSlam when Dom comes out to face Roman?
If he chooses Roman.
Or, I guess, yeah,
It could
Cody
be a fatal
or
four-way.
whoever.
With Cody, Gunther, and Sammy.
Yeah. But I think, like, that would be wild. So I was like, okay, that's why I put it as the banger, though, because I was like, I'm good with it, and there's actually options here for what could potentially take place.
Yeah. So
like,
now that you say that,
all right.
I'm predicting Dom Finn Balor in the final.
My cup keeps suctioning.
Now that you make that great point about Brock Lesnar.
Dom and Finn
in the final. Just to shove another storyline back down our throats.
Fuck. See, I don't like that because they're not going to have Dom beat Finn, I don't feel like.
No.
That's bringing us over to our belts question of the week. This week, I posed this. However, I did
stole my thunder.
I did steal your
Stole my
thunder,
thunder.
and we'll get to that a little later.
So
but
just remember, folks, I thought of the question first. You'll see it again later.
He did. I liked it though, and I was like, "Oh, I enjoy that." And to my recollection, which could be skewed because I've been doing this for over 2 years now.
Seems to be a little bit of a trend.
I don't think that me and Tim have done this before.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
And if we have,
So it
you
is a
have
good
it.
one.
So
Yeah,
either
it is
way.
a good one.
What is your Mount Rushmore of finishers?
Oh, such a good question, and
Yeah.
it took me. I'm still not entirely decided. I'll be honest with you, but I'm going to give it a go. So let's do back and forth.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it back and forth.
So number one is going to be the RKO.
That is also my number one.
The RKO.
That is my number one finisher.
It doesn't look devastating, but
Yeah.
the way that it's sold and the way that it's played, it's one of the most devastating finishers
Yes.
that has ever existed.
And-
just because of the way that they sell it.
And the ability for Orton to hit it
From any position,
From literally
anytime.
anywhere.
You are never safe from an RKO.
No.
I think the first mid-air RKO was Shelton Benjamin, I think Shelton Benjamin came off the top rope and caught a mid-air RKO. That was one of the first. And I'll look that up.
It could have been Evan Bourne. The shooting star press one where Orton
that
was
one was a
literally
beautiful
laying on his fucking back and somehow like it was almost as if he kipped up, but he didn't
into it
kip up.
almost, Yeah. He just fucking launched
all
himself.
Of a sudden, he's just
from a
in the
flat
air and
boom.
fucking
that
catches
one was
Evan
beautiful
Bourne
too.
doing a fucking shooting star press. That was crazy.
But I think the Shelton Benjamin one,
it might have been,
happened
which is
before
also
that.
crazy. But
You are never safe from that move ever.
It's
Doesn't matter what the
so
situation
fucking
is. You're
good.
never safe from the RKO.
the
So
fucking
that's number one.
the WrestleMania against fucking Seth Rollins, the attempted curb stomp where he fucking launches, like he goes for the curb stomp and Orton stands up and launches Seth into the air and he fucking catches it. Like, what the fuck, man?
Dude. And it's like every time he's a little bit more innovative with how he does it.
Yeah.
So it's a phenomenal move.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah, that was my number one as well because and I've stated it on here, it's my favorite finisher.
Okay.
It's too fucking good.
So number two then is going to be the F5.
Oh, okay.
Because of how devastating he made that move.
Yeah.
Old Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Original Brock, back in the day, young Brock Lesnar. That move, I mean, he would throw dudes and spin them. They'd spin fucking 3-4 times before they hit the ground sometimes,
Yeah, true.
So devastating.
Fucking,
and it's that's one you...
Shannon Moore.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
He literally, I'm pretty sure he
specifically the one I'm
do two
referring
full
to.
fucking rotations. You're just like, oh my God.
And that's one
or
where
the one leg dude.
what was his name?
Into the fucking ring post.
what was
He
his
fucking
name?
threw him. Oh, what was his goddamn name? So this is where we need Tim and Justin for.
Zach Gowen.
Zach Gowen. Yeah.
Zach
Oh
Gowen.
my Lord, dude.
Yeah, he took a lot of them too.
Yeah, he did.
But-
that was a wild storyline. Yeah, the fucking
Picking on the handicap kid.
don't think that aged too well.
But that's a move. That's a move
Exactly.
that you're not necessarily going to get it in any situation, but there's no getting out of it.
Yeah.
You're going to get it.
Yeah.
It's coming. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
If you're going to take an F5.
Yes.
And they sold that just like the RKO.
Yep.
When that F5 is hit, very few people kicked out of an F5.
Yeah.
Ever.
It was very protected.
Yeah.
Even today, it's still
Yeah.
a very protected finisher for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so
My number 2. This is tough because of the 4 I put on for the Mount Rushmore. I didn't really think fully to rank them outside of the RKOs. It was just my favorite finisher of all
Yeah.
time. I'm gonna go Sweet Chin Music.
okay.
Which is also funny because one of the best Sweet Chin musics ever was also Shelton Benjamin coming off the top rope across the ring. That was insane.
Yeah.
And Shelton Benjamin was a fucking dude who took a lot of shit. They
did.
never pushed him out really that much outside of maybe the IC, but
ICU,
the fucking
the
tag
mid-card
titles.
tag titles, yeah.
But anyways, it was that was before. That was when finishers were protected.
Yeah.
Finishers aren't fucking protected really anymore.
And you had, there was a
outside
difference,
of
right?
a couple.
You had signature moves and you had finishers. You could kick out of a signature move.
Yes. Yeah.
You're not kicking out of a finisher. When someone
Yeah.
hits that finisher, that is the finish.
Yes.
It's done.
Yeah. Outside of certain feuds, certain situations,
Yeah.
right? The fucking Rock and Stone Cold
Yeah.
hitting each other with each other's moves and their own moves and kickouts happening. But that was like those fucking 5-star type matches where it's like, this shit, it makes sense and it's awesome. It's not a fucking Intercontinental Championship match on a random Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Right? It's just not. And so it's not the same anymore. And it's also like the fucking super kick now is so overly used. Like the entire Samoan bloodline uses the fucking super kick.
Everybody uses
outside of Roman. I don't think I've really ever seen Roman hit a super kick before.
No.
So, which I appreciate. And I guess The Rock. But like everyone else does, like the Motor City Machine Guns, when they were here, they fucking used the super
Penta,
kick.
Dom.
Penta, Dom. Yeah, like everybody
uses it.
a handful of the women use the super kick. And it's just like, it's just another move. It's a big boot.
Yeah.
Right? It's a typical clothesline. Right? It's no different now.
Yeah.
Which sucks because
But at the same time, that also builds Shawn Michaels' legacy. That same move was putting people down when he was doing it.
yeah, that's
So
fair.
it kind of builds
That's
Shawn
fair.
Michaels' legacy a little bit, but it's sad to see
but at the
finishers
same time-
from back in the day being used just as regular moves now.
Yeah, because at the same time, it's one where it's like you wish that like Shawn, especially being the person that's running NXT, could like give that move to somebody who like he knows is going to be legit.
Yeah.
But that can't happen now because it wouldn't have the same effect. Or you have to phase everyone else out
Who you
periodically over time, progressively from using it.
Yeah.
And it's just not likely. I mean, it's kind of, but it's a slightly similar thing to, that's a good one. I don't know why I didn't put that on my fucking Mount Rushmore, but I'm not even going to say it just in case you did. I don't want to steal your thunder on one of the answers, but Sweet Chin Music's my number 2. It was the build up to it, the fucking tuning up the band, the entire thing, also the equivalent of being able to hit it fucking out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
So it was like, it had the build, but it also doesn't need the build. Similar to the RKO, where he'll do the fucking ground punch, and he can hit it with the long build,
but he doesn't need it.
but he doesn't have to, right? So it was a very similar
Yeah, it's a good storytelling
qualities
move,
of moves, yeah.
Which, my number 3 obviously was going to be Sweet Chin Music. So
Oh,
goes
okay.
quick. We already talked about
All
it. So
right,
what's your number 3?
Yeah. My number 3, and again, it's one that all four of mine, honestly, are ones that can get hit quick. But it's the Stone Cold Stunner.
Okay.
This is my number 3. Just the legacy of Stone Cold and that move and how protected that move still is. Because KO's the only person that is like actually used a stunner as like a finisher.
Yeah, cutters.
You have cutters, but a cutter is an RKO. RKO is a cutter. Right. A stunner's going to the butt, and really KO's like you have seen them hit sparingly outside of KO, and even KO doesn't use it often. And unfortunately, when he does use it, it's not like his finisher, which is a bummer considering the fact that he had the match with Stone Cold and he could have adopted it and made it a thing. But the stunner, the middle fingers, the fucking belly kick that Stone Cold always gave always seemed like one of the most just devastating belly kicks, right? Like,
because it would fold them,
fucking fold them.
You get the fingers, and then
and it was always, and then just again the ability to sell out of it, and how well people would oversell it, but the overselling wasn't like. It wasn't like a frowned upon oversell, right? No. It's not an oversell making fun of the match or the person or whatever. Like kind of like Shawn Michaels against Hulk Hogan, where he just oversold everything because he thought it was stupid that he was even in that match, right? Yeah. This was like a respect, like we're fucking selling this move to make it powerful.
Yes.
So that's my third.
Yeah, and that's another one that he could do the kick in the fingers, but he didn't need to. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of times where he's standing up after taking a move and he just fucking turns into it, stunner, boom, it's done. 1, 2, 3. So number 4 for me would be the Tombstone Pile Driver. Kane or the Undertaker, I don't care. Tombstone Pile Driver
at the same time.
Well, when they would do it, when they were tagging,
when they did it in unison,
boom!
My god,
beautiful move, devastating. No one's kicking out from the Tombstone Pile Driver. Very few people.
Very few.
Brock Lesnar, I think, kicked out.
I think Lesnar, Shawn, and I think Triple H. Well, because he definitely did, because they went back to back years at Mania too.
Yeah.
So he definitely kicked out.
It's a very small number of people who ever kicked out from the.
And again, those were fucking like age-long fucking feuds that it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
My 4th, and again, it was specifically this person hitting it, because this is another move that is used more frequently now. Because back then it was like there were 3 people really using it, and it's Edge's spear. And it was Goldberg with the spear, Edge with the spear, Rhino with the gore.
Yeah.
And the gore was a different move.
It was.
It was like, it wasn't, but it was.
The gore was more like Braun Breaker's spear.
Kind
a little bit higher. He jumped a little bit higher.
But also a lot of the times it wasn't a follow through. It was more of like a spearing shoulder block, right? Because he'd hit somebody so hard that they'd like fly away from him, right? Which was kind of like one of the cool qualities of the gore. But Edge's spear, just the getting down, squatting down in the fucking corner and just fucking doing the thing, and then hitting it in the hair and just everything, and the way he would land on the knees and pop up from it was always just like, it was great. So
when he speared Jeff Hardy through the.
Oh, when he was hanging from the fucking thing, fucking was that WrestleMania 17?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't 19 in Seattle.
No.
So I think it was 17 was the first TLC when they did that. Yeah, that was wild. It was just fucking good. It was just classic. You got a runner-up?
Yeah.
What's your runner-up?
Swanton Bomb. Jeff Hardy Swanton Bomb, baby. Just the full extension. And how late he would wait until he turned and rolled.
Yeah.
He just made it look.
It was great.
Crazy every single time he did it. Yeah. He did it better than anyone today is doing it.
Absolutely.
Because there's a couple people who do it. Tiffany Stratton does it.
I will say, Kevin Owens, for who Kevin Owens is, hits a pretty beautiful Swanton Bomb, but nobody fucking nobody beats Jeff.
Jeff Hardy's
nobody
the dude
beats
on
Jeff.
That one, so.
Because there also wasn't, like, to my knowledge, he was like the inventor of that move.
Yeah.
Right? Like, It's just a fucking.
It's just a senton.
Yeah, it's
just a rolling senton. He just.
But the way he
to it
does
like
it is fucking. You're just like that's a fully different move.
Yeah.
You know, like
no, yeah, and it did look like a fully different move.
Mine, I kind of came up with the second one while we were just talking. I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't know what yours were, but the pedigree is a fucking beautiful. But that was one where I was saying like he did give that to fucking Seth Rollins. I have seen Seth Rollins win one match off of a pedigree, and it was just within the last month.
Yeah, he hit Braun Breaker with it on Monday night with two of them.
Yeah,
one
through the announce table, yeah,
and then the other one in the ring, and Braun Breaker kicked out.
Yeah, and so like that's one again where it's just like it's not a protected finisher where like when Triple H was using it, it was fucking you get hit with
pedigree.
You get hit with the pedigree, and unless you're a specific few individuals, you're fucking.
Well, and there was a long time where it didn't matter who you were. The Rock wasn't
like
kicking out.
If you got hit with it,
he was the face of the company.
He was putting you down.
Yeah.
So to have it be like, oh, Seth got given this move, which is a legitimate fucking like devastating move, and they just never fucking did anything with it, was just like fuck.
Yeah.
But my actual runner up that I had going into this, and this is a newer move, and we've actually already talked about it on the show today.
Yeah,
it's Obafemi's Fall from Grace.
Yeah. That's when you said that earlier, I was like, oh, that one should go up there.
That fucking move, and like by the time Oba's done, it will be one that's up there because of how fucking devastating that move is.
Right.
Like I said, it is a combination of a last ride and it's a sit out last ride. It's a fucking last ride and a Batista bomb.
Yeah.
And like two of the most devastating moves. Like a power bomb is devastating no matter what.
Yeah.
You have it being hit by Oba fucking Femi, that gigantic person, through the last ride, and he's fucking sitting into it. Oh my lord, dude. And just the ease of which he has hit fucking both members of the fucking Viking, the fucking War Raiders. Fucking Brock Lesnar with it. Like the ease of which he just fucking pops people up and just fucking does it. I'm just like, oh my God. He's so fucking good.
He is.
So yeah, man.
So that's what it is.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
Yeah. Does that do it for us? Does that bring us over to Blockbusters? Lights, camera, action.
We got a couple focus features up here. You had yours a wee bit before I had mine.
I did. So
took me a while. Took me a while this week.
I'm sitting there trying to figure out, man, how do they come up with this stuff? I'm like Google searching movies coming up, and it's giving me like movie trailers from 10 years ago and stuff. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I stumbled across this guy here. It's called How to Rob a Bank. The synopsis: a crew of bank robbers has been using social media to document heists that they have pulled off, leading to pursuit from the police. It's not very detailed. A little bit more what the trailer looked like to me is they're content creators who decide to rob a bank for content. And then just continue to do. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were bank robbers before.
I don't know either.
But it looks fucking awesome. It's got Nicholas Hoult, Zoe Kravitz, Pete Davidson, John C. Reilly, Christian Slater.
The fucking cast is
a
amazing.
Million more people in it that I just didn't want to write everybody down. Release date September 4th on Prime, I believe. The trailer says premium services, but.
Oh, that's weird.
The beginning of the trailer showed it being an Amazon production, so I think it's on Prime. And I couldn't find anything else. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Prime.
We have a million heist bank rob movies, right? And a lot of good ones, a lot of ones. This is one of the most unique, like original looking ones at least. Just the way that they're using like today's current landscape of social media, and live streaming, and like people getting big and making followings on like TikTok and stuff like that. The way they're doing this, I was like, this is super creative, and I really like this. This is awesome, and also just to see John C. Reilly playing a fucking like serious police officer, slightly serious police officer. I mean, there's definitely so it's gonna be like an action comedy.
Yeah, it's gonna be an action comedy. So John C. Reilly, obviously, there's some comedic parts.
But still to see him.
Yeah, there's a part in the trailer where he like gets knocked down by one of the guys, and he's like, "I'm just doing my job."
Yeah.
And then they turn him into a meme.
Yeah. He's like, God damn it! He storms out.
Yeah, it looks hilarious. Definitely one.
Like they're literally live streaming the fucking robberies.
Yeah, they're live streaming. They're planning. They're live streaming everything.
Yeah, and like they're talking about like this. Like that was one thing that I liked about the statistics part, where he was like, it was like 2 in 10 people can buy a house in America or whatever. Like every 2 out of 10, and then ever like 4 out of 10 are making 6 figures or something.
9 out of 10 bank
but 9 out of 10 bank robberies are successful. I was like, that's fucking awesome. This looks great, man. And again, the cast is phenomenal. Yeah. So, that is going to bring me to mine, and that is By Any Means. The synopsis for this is, based on a true story, a young black FBI agent is sent into 1960s Mississippi to investigate a wave of brutal killings targeting civil rights leaders. Forced to work alongside notorious mafia hitman Greg Scarpa, he finds himself pulled into a deadly hunt where justice and vengeance begin to blur. The cast of this is Mark Wahlberg, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and a little bit, I didn't even see him really in the trailer. I didn't recognize, but Giancarlo Esposito, who's just a badass actor. He's so I saw his name in the credits. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm throwing that in. I didn't recognize pretty much anyone else's names in it. So the release date will be also September 4th, which I didn't realize until just now. But this one will be out in theaters. What'd you think?
Look good. Don't really have much to compare it to, you know?
I know. Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, unrecognizable in the movie.
I know.
They got some prosthetics on him.
Yep.
But it looks like it's going to be good.
I like a
good, detective meets criminal. They become buddies, have to team up.
Yeah, same. And you
not really
have
a buddy cop movie, but
you have an FBI guy working outside of the law here.
Yep.
Also a black FBI agent, right? And the brutal killings targeting civil rights leaders. We're talking about the KKK essentially here.
Yeah, which they show that in the trailer.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And they're targeting black people, and so it's very personal to him and whatnot. You end up seeing in the trailer they come after him and his wife, and I think that it seems at least in the trailer that's like kind of the moment where he is like, we got to figure something out. Yeah. And that is where Mark Wahlberg's character comes into this. But it looks brutal.
It does.
It definitely looks brutal, and it looks it just looks intense. So I watched that and I was like, oh shit, because I kind of put off watching this a couple times. I'd seen this throughout the week. Things about Mark Wahlberg in this role, and I was just kind of like, kind of looks cheesy. Just the pictures I was seeing of him. And I was like, whatever. And then I watched it and I was like, oh, fuck, this actually looks legit. And I was like, all right, the stills looks cheesy when you don't know the context of it, because you can tell, like, it's Mark Wahlberg, but he has like a prosthetic nose on and stuff. But like in the role and in the trailer,
it makes sense.
It allows you to almost kind of
forget it's Mark Wahlberg.
Right? And you're just like, you're just watching a character, which is what you want. So, yeah. Bringing us to what's in the news.
What's in the news, Ryan?
We have a few things here, not too many. I put on 2, and then our late co-host Tim,
miss you, buddy.
Miss you. He added on here another one as well.
He died. He died. He's dead.
We have trailer number 2 for the end of Oak Street, which got a little more intense.
It did.
Than the first trailer.
It did.
The first trailer was like, oh shit, this looks like a sci-fi kind of like family adventure mystery movie. Like, what's going on?
Hide your wives, hide your daughters.
They're eating people out here. You're like, oh shit, the neighbor just got her head bitten off by whatever the fuck dinosaur looking
like some
thing
sort
that
of
is.
raptor thing.
You're like, oh,
like a Deinonychus.
This got way more kind of creepy and scary looking, but also it looks awesome. It
looks good.
I like the premise of it is interesting. And again, not really something I've seen before. So I'm here for a lot of the more kind of original, unique looking stuff that we're getting.
Yeah.
So I thought it was solid.
Yeah. Looked real good.
We also have the official trailer, because we got a teaser trailer a few weeks back that me and Tim talked about. But we have the official trailer for season 3 of Silo. Have you watched any of this?
I have not.
Do you have Apple Plus?
No, I don't. Tally might. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
If not, that's one that I would recommend paying for, because the shit that Apple keeps putting out. I hate Apple products, but Apple TV,
Bangers.
fucking nothing but, really. Like, everything that I've watched on there, it's fantastic. Like, they put out good shit. So, this is one where we have a few things, and I know you've watched one of them, that are talking about similar concepts right now. Yeah. And it's Fallout, Silo, and Paradise on Hulu.
I haven't watched that one either.
Which is also really fucking good show. They're talking about similar concepts where the surface level of the world, shit happens, and they end up going into... what are they called in Fallout? Bunkers? Or
vaults.
Vaults. Yeah, so vaults and vaults, silos in Silo. And then it's just like one underground, like...
Bunker
that they... But in Paradise, it's called Paradise because it's literally like made... It looks like they're just in a town.
Yeah.
Right. So differences around all three of them. You could watch all three like simultaneously, and you wouldn't be like, "Oh, this is just ripping off anything."
Yeah, well,
because
that's the thing with Fallout, right? So Fallout, obviously based off the video game series from Bethesda, they spend very little time in the vault on that show. So I think the first episode, and then you don't really see much of the vaults afterward. Which
there's some continuing storylines, right?
But most of the time in the games, you start out in a vault, you get out of the vault, you don't really go back to a vault unless there's a mission that goes to a vault.
Yeah. And then Silo is like almost fully in the Silo.
Yeah.
In till part of like season 2, you end up with a little bit of something, but season 3 looks like we're getting some follow-up aftermath of season 2, but also prequel stuff.
Okay.
Which I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So we're getting new characters in here, and the way that they ran this trailer was, I thought was really, really well done, because you're getting Rebecca Ferguson's character, who's the main, she's the main, protagonist of the show. And we're catching her after the results of which you see a little bit where she got caught in like the fire part of the 2 doors to the outside. And she's waking up with some amnesia. She doesn't remember what was going on, and there was a lot of shit going on, and so she's not remembering a lot. And so now you're getting things that are like she's only remembering the things that they're telling her, and there's a lot of political kind of bullshit that there are themes throughout the show too. So like you're getting some of that, but then they're also running the storyline throughout the trailer of the prequel stuff that like led to all of this. So you're starting to get some what looks like ends starting to come together to maybe create some cohesion.
Circle.
Yeah, cohesive. So yeah, it looks fucking great. I'm stoked for the show. It's a great show.
Yeah,
so I would definitely, like
it
I said, just Apple Plus in general, dude. So many good shows on there. Ted Lasso's on it. Your Friends and Neighbors. Fucking Silo. Shrinking is one of my favorite shows of all time with Jason Segel and Harrison Ford. It's fantastic. Invasion is another good one. And yeah, the Newsroom is a good one as well. Or no, Morning Show. Sorry, the Morning Show. Newsroom's a different show. But anyways, good stuff. Definitely recommend it. But this show is fantastic also. And lastly, we have Tim's ad, which is Fall 2. And there was a tag onto the title that I don't remember, and he didn't put it on
Dead
here.
Point.
Dead Point, thank you.
Fall 2, Dead Point.
I never saw Fall 1.
You afraid of heights?
No.
Oh, go ahead, watch it.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
I watched God, my brain's not wanting to work. Alex Honnold. Fucking he's like an actual professional rock climber.
127 hours?
No. He free climbed El Capitan. Like it's called Solo. It's called Free Solo.
Oh,
That's
okay,
the name of the movie. It's Free Solo because he free soloed El Capitan.
Yeah, these are not like that.
No, I'm just saying like the heights thing, like that. Yeah. That's like him actually doing this, and like a camera crew scaling next to him, like they're climbing, camera crew next to him watching, and you're like, because this is like real life. So you're like, if he slips, he's dead.
Yeah.
Right, like he's dead, so that's like butt puckering, like nerve wracking watching that. So I'm like, this will be fine because I know this isn't real. So, but this looks intense. It looks wild. I like the intro to it where it's talking about like the physiological things that are happening at the altitude.
Yep.
Right. And then that. I don't know what she's doing walking across those things, not being attached to anything.
She had to go get the backpack.
Yeah, but
That's
why
all
she
their stuff was?
But why is she not attached to something?
Because all their stuff was in the backpack.
Why is the backpack over? How'd you get there?
I don't know.
They're not soloing. They're not free soloing.
My assumption is they had a third person with them, and that third person's not there anymore, and that's why the backpack's there. That's my assumption.
But why? Because you should have your own. You should have your own gear.
That's the same kind of thing that happened in the first one, right? Two chicks went to go climb this big freaking like cell tower that's like 2,000 feet tall or something. They climb up to the top.
Seeing something
one friend
about that.
falls, and she was wearing the backpack that had like the radio in it. And then the other chick has to try and get the radio, and then she starts like hallucinating, and like her friends down there like talking to her, telling her, hey, don't come down here, blah, blah, blah. And then you realize, oh shit, that chick's actually dead, and she's hallucinating that. It's a pretty good movie.
Oh,
pretty good movie. So yeah, I strongly suggest the first one. This one looks like it's going to be, another one like that.
Yeah.
So probably going to be a good movie.
But now they're on the side of an actual cliff face.
Yeah.
So.
It's not one that like draws you in.
Yeah.
But it's a good movie.
All right.
The first one.
Awesome. I'll have to check it out. Do you know what it's on? Is it available to stream anywhere?
What did I watch it on? I streamed it. I don't remember. Paramount?
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
I don't remember.
I'll have to see if I can find it. Nothing a quick Google search won't solve.
Yep.
We got a special segment of the week this week, and it is the first episode of the month of June, which, as always, we will follow suit, and that is Blockbuzzin'. It's where we talk about a movie that was buzzing. It's a big movie that has come out. I think we have done a show before on this as well, but we usually do movies for Blockbuzzin'. And I said to you if you hadn't watched it yet, and I assume you hadn't because you responded with
not.
Let's do it. Scream 7.
Yeah.
Which will kind of be a like closing the circuit on this, because me and Tim talked about this multiple times as it was like the ramping up leading up to it coming out. Tim talked about briefly, not really about the movie, but just that he went and saw it in theaters when it was out. And then I think he gave it to Justin for one of the things that they did.
Yep.
So they watched it again. They talked about it on the show. So I was like, you know what? If you haven't seen it, why don't we do it?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. And I know you're also a horror fan. And,
I am.
I believe you're a Scream fan.
Tim, I'm going to ask you to earmuff it.
Uh-oh.
So I didn't watch 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
And here's why.
You didn't watch even number 4.
Nuh-uh. How many fucking times are they going to try to kill Sidney Prescott?
Well, then you can watch 7. Sidney Prescott's not in 7.
No, it's not. She's not in 6. She's in 7. We just watched 7.
Oh, sorry. 6.
She's not in 6.
Sorry, 6.
Yeah.
My bad. 6. You can watch 6. She's not in 6.
How many fucking times are people that they're somehow related to her going to try to kill Sidney Prescott? Is the entire bloodline crazy? Everybody she knows is insane? For me, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Good horror movie. I liked how they played on some of the tropes and also gave you some nostalgia, right? The first bit of nostalgia was, the first portion, obviously, in the Mocker house.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a recreation of Stu Mocker's house. It wasn't the actual Mocker house, I believe, is what they said. Was it the actual Mocker house?
I think it was the actual.
Okay.
I think they turned it into like a thing. Okay. Like a
I thought I heard them say it was a recreation, but that's neither here nor there.
The road and everything out, the outside, everything looked exactly the same.
True.
So
True.
I think it was the actual house, but.
And then you get a little bit of nostalgia in the next scene with, Sydney's daughter. And then her boyfriend comes in the window and literally word for word what Billy said to Sydney in the first movie.
He was
Word for fucking word.
Watching Stab or whatever.
Except for Billy didn't say anything about watching Stab
Yeah.
because Stab didn't exist yet
Yeah,
in the universe. He
yeah.
said a different movie, but it was word for word
Yeah.
what Billy said.
Yeah.
And then a little bit later, you get the Gail's sidekick chick. I can't remember her name in the movie.
The twins.
Yeah,
the girl.
female
I can't
twin.
remember her name either.
You get her basically saying what Randy said to Sydney in the first one about her being a scream queen.
Yeah.
You're the scream queen, blah, blah, you know.
Yeah.
So, real cool little bits of nostalgia from the first one that made me feel good about the movie.
Yeah.
But again, how many times can you try to kill Sid? It's not like Michael Myers and Laurie Strode, you know? Like, I don't know. Even there in the original series, Laurie Strode's only in 3 of the 7 movies or 8 movies.
Yeah.
You know?
No, she's in 4.
No. She's in 1, 2. She's in H2O. And then, you're right. At the very beginning of Resurrection.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. I was like, no, well, I guess she was in more because of the newest trilogy that came out. But the newest trilogy picked up after
that.
The first one.
Yeah.
After Halloween 1.
But I'm talking about the original movies, right?
Yeah.
And the only reason why they did that kind of reboot that picked up after Halloween 1 was because people were like, the rest of these movies kind of fucked the story, and Rob Zombie's movies were good, but
yeah,
so
they were totally separate.
They made those for the fans.
Yeah,
but
I liked it. I thought it was good. I kind of disagree, just in the sense of I think it actually makes sense that Sydney keeps getting pulled back into this world, because how many times she tries to get out of it, but the entirety around the original one and what they continue to build this stuff off of is just like the lore of this, and it's just causing other crazy people to try to finish the job.
Yeah, and finish the job. Yeah.
Right? And so that, like, I kind of appreciate that, and the lean into it.
Yeah.
And their ability.
They're all trying to finish Stu and Billy's movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. And so their ability to like in this one, I 100% thought that who the main killer ended up being.
Stu.
No.
Oh.
I 100, because I almost out the gate, I was like, that's a deep fake. That is exactly how I felt. I was like, that's not actually Stu. I didn't think Stu was actually alive like the entire time. And so I was like, it's somebody in that we've already seen. And so it was funny because I was like, I think it's the neighbor.
Okay.
I thought it was the blonde chick. Yeah. And then the bar scene happened. I was like, well, fuck me. I think that threw my hypothesis out the window. Never mind. And then I was like, no, you're just a fucking terrible person. I was like, oh my God.
Well, so I at first I was like, that
it actually ended up swerving me in the end, even though it ended up being who I thought it was in the first place. Yeah. But it swerved me still because it totally threw me off the trail. And then it was like, oh fuck, they got me. So I was like, okay, I'm good with it.
At first I did think it was Stu.
Yeah.
When they showed him, and I even said it, I was like, that reveal happened way too early in the movie.
Yeah.
Way too early in the movie.
Yeah.
And then I got to thinking, they wouldn't reveal Stu Macher as the killer.
Yeah.
25 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
They're not going to.
But they did a good job. I will say they did a good job with the mental institute scene. Yeah. Where it was the dude that got hit by the car, Carl or whatever his name was, and then
making you think it was Stu.
Yeah, and you're like, and you're because at that point I was kind of like, I was like, okay. I was like, maybe that's throwing a little chink in my chain here, you know. I was like, I don't know, but then I was still just dead set on the blonde, and then like I said, the bar scene happened, and I was like, well, fuck. Yeah.
and then when she gets back to her home toward the end, you know, and they've got the screens everywhere, and they're going through the deep fakes, and they got almost everybody.
Yeah.
The only 2 people that I didn't see were Cotton Weary and Billy.
And Cotton was the dude that played Cotton was supposed to be in
Liv
this.
Schreiber, yeah.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be in
He
it.
was supposed to be in
Yeah.
this. So
I
that
didn't
was
see
one thing I
Cotton
was
Weary.
waiting
I may
for.
have blinked, but I didn't see Cotton Weary in
Wait.
this. And I didn't see Billy.
No, not Cotton. Sorry, not Cotton. It was the other dude.
Dewey?
No. It was from the same one from Scream 3.
Oh, yeah.
The other dude was
Foley. John Foley?
her brother, her
Yeah.
stepbrother or half brother or whatever
Yeah.
it was. He was who I was thinking of, not Cotton.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he was in it.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, still.
Overall, good movie, good horror movie. They got way more gory than I remember any of the first 3 Screams. Obviously, I said I didn't watch 4,
Again,
5,
dude,
6.
the bar scene.
Yeah.
The fucking
They
beer
straight
tap.
that's Michael Myers' move right there.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
I don't know that was the mom, though. That killer was the mom.
Still,
Because,
but
like,
it threw me.
straight up lifted dude
It
off.
threw me.
Yeah.
It still threw me because
Yeah.
I was like, if it is the mom, even if
She's
there's
just
two
like,
of
fuck
them,
my son, kill my son.
Yeah, exactly. And she's just like, no, fuck him, kill him.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. That's what happened. I was
also-
like, oh fuck, she did do it. God damn it.
Well, and then she made a comment about it.
she said off because Sydney was like, what about your son? And she goes, oh, he's gone. He was too much like his father anyways.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a heartless bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, obviously you're a heartless bitch, but I mean, you're a heartless bitch. God damn.
Yeah. Good
So,
movie. Good movie.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I thought it fell right in line with the rest of them. There, even the original one was a cheesy slasher movie, right?
It was campy, but it was supposed to be like
good.
that.
And so like
because
they've
it
done a good
played-
job of staying in that vein.
It played
I think,
on the
and-
tropes, and it even had Randy in the first one going
Yeah.
through the rules to surviving a
Yeah,
horror movie. you know?
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it was the first one was cheesy, campy. This one, same level with some nostalgia thrown in. So I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good movie.
One thing I didn't care for was the kid working the like one of the first few kills. The kid working the fucking
Yeah,
the play flying ropes
Yeah.
thing. We didn't see him die.
I know. You heard him.
You didn't even
you-
actually hear him. You just heard
the
like a
body.
thud.
Yeah,
you just heard a
the body,
thud.
yeah.
I was like, what are we doing? Yeah, sure as shit saw the other girl. The girl die though. Whew. Couple slices here, couple slices there, and then
Right
one
down the
right
center.
down the old middle.
Line drive. She's out of here.
Gonna bring us on to the wrap up. The Blockbusters question of the week this week. Nathan, you posed it. What do we got?
Both of us were fans of a lot of the same types of movies, and I know we're both big comedy guys.
Hell
big
yeah,
comedy
brother.
Buffs. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you, who is on your comedy Mount Rushmore? Talking actors, barring any, like get rid of any stand up. I want actors in comedy movies.
Yep. I don't know that putting stand-up comedians in this would have changed it for me, in all honesty.
Okay.
And I'm interested to see if we have any crossovers
I'm
here.
sure
as well.
we have a couple.
I'm almost positive at least one. So,
Alrighty then.
maybe two. So, my first one is number one. He will always be number one for me, and it's Robin Williams.
Okay. Yep. That's a good one.
Yep.
Yep.
He's my favorite actor of all time. It's Patch Adams is my favorite movie of all time. I've talked about it at length on the show before. Robin Williams is one of one. There will never be anybody like him ever again. And it's like, I think it's the only time, maybe one of two times I've like actually cried hearing about a celebrity dying.
Yep.
And the other one was Eddie Guerrero.
Yes.
What about you?
Number one for me is obviously Jim Carrey.
Okay. Yep.
Real big Jim Carrey fan, always have been. I used to do line for line Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls when I was little. Everything, even the run when he's got his arms hit by the darts.
Yeah.
One of my favorite actors. Pretty much everything he's ever
Liar,
been in
Liar,
is a
dude,
banger.
is
Liar, The Mask, Ace
one
Ventura
of-
1, Ace Ventura 2, Dumb and Dumber 2,
Bruce Almighty,
Yes Man,
fucking Cable Guy,
Truman Show,
Man on the Moon.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Sonic movies,
Fucking
but
the
I
number
imagine he's great
23.
in those. Number 23. Yeah, he gets into a different,
Fuck yeah.
different kind of character.
He played in his
Kick-Ass 2.
Yep. Kick-Ass 2.
Good,
Yeah.
great actor, and he's so versatile.
He is.
And even his stand-up, when he used to do stand-up way back in the day before
Yeah,
his movie
was
career
good.
took off, was phenomenal. His part on
In Living Color.
he was great. You know, one of the funniest guys that's ever lived.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's my number one.
Hell yeah. Jim Carrey is my number 2.
Okay,
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim Carrey is my number 2. So, what's your number 2?
Robin Williams was my number 2.
there
So
you go.
there we go. There we go. We're matching.
All right. Perfect. Let's see. Can we go? Vince Vaughn.
That's number 3.
Yeah.
There we go. Number 3.
Vince Vaughn, dude. I mean, completely different style of either of them.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, all three of them are different styles.
Vince Vaughn's
But Vince Vaughn's ability to just go off the fucking top and rant and ad-lib perfectly.
If you don't know this, almost every hilarious thing that you see in a Vince Vaughn movie that Vince
It's
Vaughn
just
says
off
is
the fucking
complete
top.
improv.
Yeah.
In Wedding Crashers, all the little back and forths that he had with Owen Wilson, all of those were off the dome between the two of them.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. The whole... Sometimes I like to put it on my pancakes or on my pizza. You know, I put a little bit in my hair if I've had a rough week. What do you think keeps it up slick? That was all improv in the moment. They didn't have lines.
Erroneous!
They said just
Erroneous!
riff. All right, we're gonna riff. Yeah, the all of them.
Erroneous on both counts.
So yeah, Vince Vaughn,
Yeah.
dude, he's hilarious, and he's done a little bit of stand up too, and his stand up's pretty funny.
and he's also
little
done
bit.
a few serious
Movies, Domestic Disturbance
movies as well.
with John
fucking
Travolta.
great. But then you also had it was like a comedy thriller horror movie. Freaky.
Yeah, Freaky, where it's kind of like a Freaky Friday.
It's like
thing.
Freaky Friday. Him and the girl switch. That's
he
just
plays a
fucking
serial
good.
killer that switches bodies with a
Yeah,
girl.
yeah, with with one of the girls he was trying to kill or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was great. All right,
Number four.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. Okay, this is where we go different. He's my runner up.
Okay.
Chris Farley's my runner up just because I had to get. Oh wait, talk about Chris Farley.
Dude, I mean, it's fucking Chris Farley, man. He is one of the funniest people to ever walk the fucking earth.
Yeah.
And like his SNL shit was hilarious. Every movie he was in, whether it was a leading role or a fucking side part, fucking just iconic.
Veronica Vaughn.
One fine piece of ace. I know from experience.
Just imagine the different world we'd live in
if we got more than 27 years.
If he had finished Shrek.
Oh my god, dude! Well, that's the crazy thing too is he had recorded. It was like 90 or some percent of the movie. Like it was a crazy amount for them to then just scrap everything and rerun it. But
But that shows you the respect that they had for Chris Farley.
yeah.
We're not gonna try and have someone else finish his lines.
Well, not even just try to finish his lines, but also the studio had a very strong feeling that this was going to be a hit.
Yes.
And that it was going to spawn a universe essentially. And they were like, we don't want to have to recast it for number 2, you know?
Yeah.
And so they ended up going with what we got. But yeah, it's the fact that we got so much from him in such a fucking short period of time.
Tommy Boy, Black Sheep,
Beverly
fucking
Hills
Ninja,
Almost Heroes
Almost
is my
Heroes.
favorite fucking movie from him. So good. It's a fucking
All I needed was the shell.
like bear the paws the size of frying pans. They'll rip your face off. There's nothing you can do about that. What do you think will be worse, the itch or the bear? The bear's worse. The bear's definitely worse.
Oh yeah. Such a great,
anyways.
so yeah, he put
Chris
out a lot
Farley's
of
my
really
number
good
4.
movies. My number 4 is a good buddy of his, Adam Sandler.
Which is hilarious because my runner-up is The Sandman.
So we went.
we were
went
literally
5
the
for 5.
exact same. We have the top 5 fucking same comedic
Yeah, Adam
actors.
Sandler, another
That's
one.
awesome.
Just especially like old Adam Sandler. He kind of got family friendly, you know, in the last 15, 20, almost
Yeah,
20
but
years.
even all of
But even his
those, I
family-friendly
still
movies are
fucking
good,
like them.
right? But
fucking Jack and Jill was hilarious,
Jack and Jill,
and people
Grown-Ups,
fucking hated
Grown-Ups
that.
too. Happy Gilmore 2, Billy
Yeah,
Madison, Mr. Deeds, Waterboy,
Yep.
Bulletproof.
Such a good fucking movie.
All of them. Everything.
Little Nicky.
Yeah, everything.
Did you
he
say
does
Little
make-
Nicky? I didn't
No, I
know if you
didn't.
did.
Everything he puts out is funny.
Yeah, man.
And he's such a like good guy as far as, obviously I don't know him, but he only casts his friends in his movies.
Yeah,
for
dude.
the most part, you know. Like,
He makes sure
his buddies have jobs.
And I saw an interview with him one time. I mean, I don't know when it was necessarily in terms of how recent it was or not, but it was just like talking about that. And he's like, yeah, you know, he's like, I like to, you know, make sure my buddies are good, but it's also just like, it's a fun time.
Yeah,
I
he
like
enjoys
just, I
working
just
with
like
his friends.
working with them, you know, so, which is just that's so respectable and everything. It was, I think the what I was reading was, it was like a back and forth video of just like different clips of him and David Spade both talking about each other.
Yeah.
And how like Adam Sandler will like, they'll all go out or whatever, and he picks up the bill no matter what. And then like one time David Spade saw him out at dinner, and so he was like, hey, let me get his bill. But what he didn't know is Adam Sandler was like out with, it was like 18 members of like a family or whatever, and he went to pay, and he's like, oh no, your buddy David Spade picked it up. He's like, oh, what you didn't have to do that. And then he like texted him, he's like, hey man, you didn't have to do that. He's like, there was a lot of people there. He's like, yeah, but you know, it's whatever. And he was like, well, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt you a little bit. A very big bill.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, it was. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
we went
funny.
5 for 5,
We went
man.
5 for 5.
That's pretty cool.
5 for
Put it right
5.
there.
Hell yeah,
All right.
we just swapped the top two and the bottom two. But yeah, man.
Good times.
Well, shit. That wraps up episode 105.
It does 105, over a century.
Yeah, man.
Been doing this for over a century. Ryan. That's a
Yes.
long time.
Yes, I know.
You're looking great for being
Thank you.
old.
I'm quite wise
he
for the
is,
years
yeah.
we've been doing this.
Yeah.
Brother, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.